A strategic client, in our definition, is one who's active probably across different parts of the business. So it could be somebody who is involved in the corporate advisory, corporate finance world with their company, but maybe they also have an investment company or considerable private wealth to manage, which then we help them with through our wealth management division. So they're strategic across the business. Well, typically in a wealth management context, we're looking at someone who has accumulated considerable wealth already. And so we make a distinction, I guess, between those processes which are looking to accumulate wealth over time through a wealth management process, and then those where you're managing really quite a lot of pre-existing wealth. And the big difference between the two is the focus on capital preservation. It is important for everybody, but particularly when you have accumulated a large amount of wealth, having a strategy that balances future growth with capital preservation at the same time is critical. Typically, we look at the problem from three perspectives. The really most important one, firstly, is liquidity. What need is there for liquidity? And take, for example, someone who's sold a business for a large amount of money. They're used to having an income or a dividend from a business, from which they can cover all their expenses and unforeseeables. In a wealth management context, if you no longer have that, you have to plan that really quite precisely. You never want to get into a situation where you have to unwind an investment plan to fund current expenditure or some unforeseen expense. And so we spend a lot of time focusing on the liquidity aspect first. What do you need? When do you need it? And how can we deliver that in the safest possible way? The second thing is, of course, we want to invest. And we also want to invest in a relatively liquid way because, of course, an entrepreneurial mind can always change their mind, and so they may want to invest in something else in the future and have the flexibility to do so. And the third thing then is a bigger commitment to something more illiquid, and that could be property or other private investments. It could be many different things, but that's typically going to be the aspirational part. That's where, within a wealth management context, you're not just looking to preserve wealth and grow it, you're then looking to really grow and compound aspirationally to turn a lot of wealth into a lot more wealth. That would be the third pillar that we look at. Well, I think what makes the Goodbody strategic client offering unique is the fact that we take a holistic view of the client's life, both corporate and on the wealth management side. We try and bring everything together in a way that's going to reduce stress from a wealth management point of view. And I think that's really at the heart of it. We want to make sure that liquidity is managed correctly, financial market investments are managed appropriately, and then we have aspirational potential. I think all of these things together form a really unique and interesting offering for the client, and one that I think in practice is proving really effective.